It says we're live. There's nobody in here yet. Where are all our
No,
our millions of adoring fans?
I know. Where they at?
I think it's caught up now. It's running like 15 seconds or 18 seconds. I don't know. Maybe everybody's already in the Christmas thing. There shows one person in here. All right. I guess we might as well run it. There's enough stalling. Let's do it to it. Everybody knows what we're doing. So,
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Homestead HQ, where we talk about homesteading and preparedness. My name is Shelly, and this is...
And I'm Jason, and I just got back from church. The kids were fun. I got like all kinds of all the kids were bringing us presents and everything, and of course it's all candy and sugar and all this stuff. I'm like, this sucks time of year to be, trying to eat healthy and everything else. Like, I opened one thing and it's full of like 4 different types of fudges, and I'm like, this sucks.
Like, it's totally killing your carnivore diet, isn't it?
It is, but I tell you,
Can I show your picture?
Wait till some people are on here and we'll do it.
All right.
Wait till some more people get on and we'll show it in a minute. But yeah, now I have been hitting carnivore pretty hard. Like, I've been going to Rich Pond Market, the little market in there, and man, the dude will hook you up. I've been doing 3 hamburger patties with cheese, and then he'll throw like a few grilled onions on there, and it's like stinking amazing. So I'm like, shoot, yeah, I eat that, eat it with a fork, and you're set and ready to go. So that's always good. So
what do you got going on? What have you been doing on your homestead?
Nothing. Maintenance, maintaining, that kind of stuff, making sure. Well, I mean, what do we have the cold snap? Sunday and Monday was when it was horribly cold. I went down and made sure, because all my ewes are pregnant, and I'm like, I want to give them a little bit more protein. Because they've got some grass out there, and then we got a bale of hay setting out for them. But I was like, I want to give them some more protein, so I went and bought one of the protein tubs. You seen those things?
Mm-mm.
They're like big tubs. The ones that they got for sheep are like 125-pound tub, and it's got molasses and some grain and stuff like that in it, and it just gives them. It's like, I think it's 16% protein. So they can go over there and kind of lick on it and chew on it a little bit. So I'm like, they need a little extra protein when they're growing babies and getting ready to lay them out. So that, and then I had to make sure my heaters were working for the tanks, make sure they were all plugged up and all that stuff. And I got all that done, and then I'm like, I got some of it done on Saturday, but then I did some of it on Sunday. But man, it was freaking cold Sunday.
It was awful.
Yeah. I mean, we got up to go to church at 8:00 service, and I was like, this is not fun. I was like, I almost put on my Carhartts to go to church.
We were supposed to butcher a hog Saturday, and 2 of our daughters both had kids that were sick, and so they couldn't come, and so we just put it off. I think we're going to do it the day after Christmas.
Like Friday?
Yeah.
I don't know what's the weather supposed to be like.
Well, it's supposed to start warming up.
I know tomorrow it's supposed to rain all day. It's supposed to be warmer and then rain all day tomorrow. So I'm going to be sitting around. I'm taking Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off, and probably not do a whole lot. I want to just relax for a day.
The high is supposed to be like 60 on that Thursday or on that Friday.
Wow.
But we've got enough people coming to help. We just got to get it in the freezer, and it'll be all right.
Well, still 60 is not too bad. I mean, that'll be at like, 12 or 1, something like that. So that won't be too horrible.
Yeah.
So, guys, if y'all are here, shoot us a comment. Let us know that you're here. We've got no comments yet.
I know. That's weird.
I know. I think everybody's in like
comments.
I think everybody's in like Christmas spirit and not doing anything tonight. So I did. And I'm kind of ill about it. I got at my brother's house. I was like, I got to get this range out that he's going to give me. So I got it out. We loaded it in the truck, and I'm like, this thing ain't going to go nowhere. It ain't going to move around. So, and I drove pretty slow up to the house, and I was like, I'll unload it after church, drive back down to church, and the thing had moved and shifted when I was driving back to church. And I look back, and it's leaned over the tailgate, and I look, and the stupid glass is broken on the door. And I'm like, my free range has turned into a money pit already, and I hadn't even gotten in the house. I'm like, this sucks. So now I'm gonna, after this, I'm gonna go get the model number off of it, and then do a little googly searching and see what a new door is gonna cost. And then even after this, I've got to unload the stinking thing so it doesn't get rained on tonight. So I'll be out there at 9:30 with the tractor unloading the range and sticking it in the shop. So it'll be a money pit already. So,
Yep.
hey, tell everybody about the Backmaster sale, because that's on till
the 20th.
Yeah.
So they have three
more
different
days.
tiers. Here, let me bring it up. Give me a second.
I'm gonna have to order one before the sale goes off.
Where's the... Oh, it's right there in the middle. Okay, so they have three different tiers. You can get 15% off if you spend $600, plus you get a knife block. It doesn't have the knives in it, but it's like a block that you can store knives in. The second tier is you get 20% off if you spend $800. Plus, you get a 10-piece free grip or comfort grip knife set, which is like that one that Jason and I have given away that's rolled up in canvas. You get that for free. They're nice. And then tier 3, you get 25% off if you spend $1,000 or more, and you get a free mobile table. It's a stainless steel table that you can set your chamber sealer on. That comes with that purchase. Any purchase that you make over $25, you get the Vackmaster cast iron burger press, one of those, presser things, smasher, whatever. And that's for any purchase that you make over $25. Also, you can add code Homestead on your checkout and get an additional discount with mine and Jason's code Homestead. I'm not sure if it's the full 15%, but it's almost 15%, right?
Yeah, it does some kind of weird math.
But it's still like you get a bunch off.
I mean, you're getting darn near 40% off. I mean, it winds up being like 35 to 40% off. I don't know.
If you spend the $1,000, so that means you're getting like $1,000 chamber sealer for a little bit over $600, right?
Yeah, that, and then you're getting a free stand with it. And those stands are not cheap.
And a burger smasher.
Yep. Sage Creek Prepper is the first one to comment.
Hey, Sage Creek
in Lexington. So, but yeah, the Vackmaster, I mean, it's a deal. I'm going to order one. I mean, I want to start probably after the first of the year. I want to start on my little kitchenette that I've been threatening to do forever. And I want to do the smaller chamber sealer down here where I don't have to run down to the shop every time I want to seal something up. So it's enough to piss you off to take all that stuff down to the shop, from the house and walk down there. It's like, this kind of sucks. So I will call
cars all the time for all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, why
do they call Wednesday hump day when everyone gets it on the weekend?
We don't know, Forrest. What if it's just every day's hump day? So, have you got all your Christmas shopping done?
I think so. I think I need to look at I got each one of the grandkids an outfit, and then I got them like 2 or 3 toys each. And I'm trying to think. I still need to find something for my brother and his wife.
What'd you get?
I have something for her, but I don't really have anything for him.
What'd you get, Randy?
Well, I'm not going to tell you. He might be watching.
Oh, that's right. See, I can tell you what I got Whitney because she doesn't watch this. She gets enough of me without having to watch me on the internet. So, Whitney has been wanting to do to make cookie cutters, like 3D print cookie cutters.
Right.
And apparently, there's a pretty stinking good market for it. Like people are selling 3D printed cookie cutters all the time because she's always making cookies and everything. So I bought her. I called Nicole at church that runs the children's stuff at church. I'm like, hey, her oldest son's into 3D printing. I was like, I need a decent 3D printer. And she's like, well, let me look around. I'll send you the link. So I bought her. This thing must be the Cadillac of printers because it came in a monster box that weighs like 50 pounds. Like, so she's getting a 3D printer for Christmas. But then also, we might be able to print some 3D stuff for the website too. I don't know what we'll print, but we'll figure out something to print.
Okay.
So another business venture of ours. So I don't know. It might be cool. Then I got her some other stuff, but she kept telling me, she was like, we don't need to buy anything for each other for Christmas. And I'm like, no. I was like, we're going to do something for Christmas. So I have no idea what she's getting me.
Yeah, I always say we're not going to do anything for each other for Christmas. And then I came home the other day and there's a present in the corner in our bedroom that's all wrapped up that has my name on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, great.
Wow.
Randy actually went to the doctor today and they think he has shingles.
That sucks.
I know. It was so funny this morning because, like him and I talk on the phone because, like we pass each other going to work, right?
Yeah.
And so he was meeting me up where I work to get the truck because he had to go get some stuff from Jessica's house. So he came up there and so we're talking on the phone and he said something about his arm hurting and like his shoulder and under his arm and everything. And so every time something happens, it doesn't matter what it is. Every time he's like getting on Google and putting his symptoms in, and Google's telling him what's wrong with him and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
Got
I'm
the
like,
bubonic plague.
yeah, I said, and he comes back with, it could be a heart attack. It could be blood clots. It could be lung cancer. I mean, he had like a whole list of stuff, right? And I said, could you just call the doctor and go, get checked out or whatever? And he was like, well, I don't know. And I said, they open up at 7:30. Just stay up here in Glasgow and go get checked out. So he did, and come to find out that, they did an EKG on him and they did an ultrasound. He doesn't have any blood clots. His heart's okay. All that's good or whatever. But, and his arm is not like, it's not warm or anything, but it's very sensitive. Like you barely touch it and it hurts like really bad. And, so the doctor was like, I'm fairly certain that you're in the beginning stages of shingles.
Ugh.
Which sucks because it's contagious. Like it's not contagious until you get like the boils or something or the blisters and they break open. But they gave him some antiviral stuff to take to like make it go through faster or something like that. I hope he doesn't, because I hear it's awful. I mean, I hear it's just horrible, the pain and everything that's with it. I hope that he doesn't have to go through that.
Yeah, it's like super bad. I knew a girl that she would get shingles and she'd get it on her upper legs, and like she was like just wearing pants or anything would just like absolutely kill you. So Miss Sharon jumped in.
Hey, Miss Sharon.
Yeah, shingles
So
are
did
bad.
she get it like repeatedly or something?
Yeah, well, shingles it's a variant of chicken pox.
I know you get it if you've had chicken pox before.
I think you can get it, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I think it's from like stress can induce it. So you're stressing him out, Shelly. That or he's
That's
stressed
probably
over.
what it is. He needs to drink more of my wine.
Well, Miss Sharon said she's had him twice.
I hate that for you.
Ugh.
I'm just hoping I don't get them.
Well, we don't.
Not to sound like a butt or anything, but I don't want it.
Rub him down with some comfrey salve that we've got. That might help it.
I know there's a vaccine out there that you can get. You can go and it was funny because I told him, the doctor called him back and said that they had called him in a prescription for this antiviral stuff or whatever. And he asked him, he said, should my wife go and get the vaccine or, and do that? And the doctor was like, oh, it's not really going to matter. She can't get it unless you have blisters and they're popped open and all this kind of stuff. And then he goes up to the pharmacy to get his prescription for that stuff. And the pharmacist said, if you have anybody, you should tell them to get vaccinated. And I'm like, the pharmacist is telling you to get, but I mean, somebody's getting kickbacks, right? Isn't that how vaccines work?
Oh, yeah.
But the pharmacist is saying, yes, you need to go do this. And the doctor's like, doesn't really matter. So I have an aversion to vaccines now anyway. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh, hey, I will probably never get another vaccine in my life.
Yeah.
I didn't take the vid, and then I started looking into it, and like, what is it? Tetanus. Every time you cut yourself, they want to give you a tetanus shot. And now it's like tetanus and this, whatever, what is it? Diphtheria or something. They give you all that and it's all mixed in. I was like, I ain't taking that crap. And I started looking like you have to like physically search out and get tetanus in your body to really get it. I mean, I'm just like, cool. I'm not getting another vaccine in my life. And Miss Sharon said she'd rather have it again than take that. So,
that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Diphtheria?
It's diphtheria.
Yeah. My third grade reading level that I've got. It's like that TikTok. It's like that TikTok video that it's like it shows the kid like stumbling on something and the other guy's doing like this. And it's like when I send my husband a TikTok, but I forget he's at a third grade reading level. So like that's me. I'm at a third grade reading and spelling level sometimes.
Shingles will heal. You can't undo a shot. That's true.
Newman, she's in here tonight too.
Yep, I see that.
Dang, you hit it pops on too fast. So, but yeah. Well, it's funny, like in my phone, if I don't know somebody's last name, I put what they do. So like there's a guy in my phone that's called Joe, and Joe has a dump truck. So it's Joe Dump Truck. And then there's another guy that's got a dozer, and his name's like Steve, the dozer guy. And my wife looked at my phone one day and she was like, who is Steve, the dozer guy? What, does Steve have a last name? And I was like, yeah, but I don't know it. I was like, but he's got a dozer, so he's kind of cool. So
William Bond has been in my phone since I first met him, since he came to our house and did our, farm consultation thing. And in my phone, even though I knew his last name, but in my phone, it says William, the pasture raised pimp.
I don't know. Let me see who I've got. All right. Like, and I've got like Adam from Sherwin-Williams. He's a Sherwin-Williams sales rep. Don't know his last name, but I know he works for Sherwin-Williams. Let me see. There's all kinds. Like Andy from Andy's Little Homestead. I forgot Andy's last name, but it's Andy's Little Homestead in my phone.
Yeah. He was at our first festival. He's been posting a little bit on Facebook. He's kind of been quiet for a while.
Yeah. And then like there's Brandon. Brandon's the plumber in Hendersonville. Don't know Brandon's last name, but I know he's a plumber. No, Forrest, you're not Forrest Badass. McBadass. Well, there's some funny stuff in my phone. We should do screenshots of this one day. So,
have you all seen that Bear has raised his chances for SHTF for 2027 to 30%?
Yes, we talked about that last night at Midwest. The other day, he was like, it's 20% chance of SHTF. And I was like,
now, are you talking about like all of the things lining up and shit falling apart? Is that what he's talking about?
I think so. But the thing is, I'm like, realistically, if you look at it, it's a 50-50 chance. It's either yes or no.
Okay.
So you should start out on the 50-50 chance. And then if you're saying, hey, it's 20% chance, then we should raise it up to 70%. Or if it's 30%, then it should be 80%.
So is this like meteorologists that incorrectly predict the weather too, or whatever? I don't know. I guess I don't follow this the way that y'all do, I guess.
I don't know. I don't follow.
Or is he just like, is he looking at world events or something? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I understand.
So Homestead twins are here, and he said
Hey.
the Homestead twins have their phone the exact same way. So I'm not the only lunatic serial killer in the bunch. So.
I got a few on my phone like that, but I don't have near as many contacts as you do.
Does it tell you
talking to people as much as you do?
Does it tell you how many contacts you've got in your phone?
I think so.
How can you tell that? You got to go all the way to the end, don't you?
Oh, I don't see. I thought there was a number down there on your contacts thing, but I guess not.
All the way at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, at the bottom. I've got 390 contacts.
You want to guess how many I got?
Probably 5,000.
642.
Oh, that's not near as much as I thought.
Yeah.
I've got, remember Enos that came to the first festival?
Yeah.
I've got him in here, and it says Enos Zook, and in parentheses, I've got Trapper. Like I would have forgotten who he was. That's
like
funny.
one of the funny things is, like I've got old Steven and young Steven. So
I've got somebody in here. His name's Terry Tree Removal. So I guess I do it too. There's William, the pasture raised pimp.
Miss Sharon says I have 436 block numbers.
I love it. That's hilarious.
I've got, heck, the other day I had somebody call me, some guy wanting some telemarketer thing, and like I had my earbuds in and was listening to a podcast, and my phone was sitting on the counter, and I just reached over and hit answer, and this guy was talking all this stuff, and I was like, I'm just going to screw with the guy. So I just pulled my earbuds out, and every now and then I'd be like, yeah. And I just kept on working. I don't know how long the dude talked to me until he finally hung up. I would just go, yeah, sure. Yeah. And then after a while, the music started playing again. I was like, I guess the dude hung up on me. So, yeah. Well,
let's show him your picture.
Yes. All right. Tonight we did some fun stuff at church, and one of the things we were talking about, the premise behind it was how Jesus was the best gift that we could ever receive. And the kids, what? That's what the premise was. I didn't come up with the thing. I mean, so it was like that, and then they're like,
now that I know what this is about, I'm like,
yeah. But Nicole was like, hey, each class, each grade, there's like, pick one of your teachers and we're going to do a thing with them. So of course they all come running over to me and jump in my lap, and they're like, we're nominating you. And I'm like, okay, cool. So this is what we did is that. And I got wrapped up as a Christmas present by all those cute little kids. So, and then one of the kids,
in the comments, how many of y'all would be thoroughly pissed if you got this for Christmas?
But then
you're like, oh my God, that's worse than coal in my stocking.
at least you can burn coal and get warm, right?
Right.
Then one of the kids, the head that was doing the thing, she goes, and Jesus is the best gift that we could ever receive. One of the kids looked at me and he goes, Mr. Jason, you're the best gift. And I'm like, no. I was like, Jesus was the best gift. I was like, I'll play second fiddle on this. It's fine. He goes, okay, cool. You're the second one then. I'm like, okay. So, I mean, it was hilarious. And then of course we made like these snow globe ornament things. So the whole first grade classroom now looks like there's been strippers up there because there's like glitter all over the classroom.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm just like, man, there's glitter everywhere. There's probably glitter on me too. I was just like, these kids went crazy with glitter. So then I gave them a bunch of candy and everything was fine. So it is what it is.
Candy that they're bringing you for a gift.
Yeah. So I left it there. I was like, Whitney, do something with this. So hopefully she'll put it somewhere where I won't eat it. So, hey, bleeding control kits, 15% off. Look down at the bottom of the screen. It's rolling across. Bleed 15, and then you got free shipping over $75. That's going to go on. I think the bleeding control kits go on till the 24th, and then free shipping till the 24th.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's when I put it in. Heck, I don't know how to use Shopify. I'm still learning. So, hell, I told you, I told you this one time, when I send emails, until I got a laptop, I would send and do all my business stuff on my phone and my iPad. And I had to send somebody an attachment, like on my laptop. I searched for 10 minutes looking for the little thing on how to do an attachment. And
I remember us having this conversation, and I kept saying, look for the paper clip.
Yeah.
Look for the paper clip. And he's like, I don't see the paper clip.
Yeah. I was like, where is it? And then you tried to show me how to use Google Drive the other night and all this other Google stuff. And I'm just like, okay.
But you got on there. You've got it.
Oh, I know. I've got it like.
You were able to see it.
Like a third of the way figured out, maybe.
I just got to get the rest of our stuff on there now so you can have access to it.
Yeah, and then like I talked to Greg New this morning, and Greg's like, what's all this stuff that Shelly sent me? All these invites for meetings and stuff like that. And I was like, she was just sending it out so you wouldn't forget. And he's like, well, I didn't know what this was. I was like, yeah.
He has to accept them so they go on his calendar so he knows that they're coming. You told him to accept them, right?
I think so.
Greg, if you watch this, accept the invites.
I told him I just write it down, and I'm just like, okay.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'm old school. I've got pieces of paper everywhere. So maybe we should get on the topic now.
Yeah.
Or this is going to go haywire. Or I could sit here for another 30 minutes and read all the contacts in my phone.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I want to change Forrest to Forrest McBadass though. So,
all right.
Forrest does have a cute picture on his little thing when it comes up. Do you have a picture of Forrest?
It's Forrest.
He's like standing on the beach.
Is that him?
No, that wasn't him.
I thought he was calling you.
He'll probably call me in a minute.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Topic for tonight.
Picture.
What?
How do you put like a picture when you call people and it shows your ugly mug?
You mean so a picture on yours?
Yeah. So like when I call you, it shows a picture of me.
So you go into settings. I think it's in settings.
All right.
And you can add a picture that way.
All right. I'll look at that later.
Okay. Topic.
We went astray on this one.
We go astray every time we get on here. Oh my God. Thank you, Miss Sharon, for putting the bleeding control kit up there. We appreciate you so much.
She's the most amazing moderator.
Yes, she's an awesome moderator. Okay, so our topic tonight is home defense and security for preppers. Jason put on the thing protection without weapons. Obviously, I say obviously.
That's
I
what
think
you
it's
said.
obvious. I know what I sent you. I know. But I want to preface this by saying, we all have things to protect ourselves with, right? I don't know if you're allowed to say stuff. We all have pew-pews, right?
Black.
Maybe not all of us, but I mean, it's a good idea to have them around. It's a good idea to, especially if you're on a farm. I mean, even just to get rid of coyotes and stuff. But this is I wanted to talk tonight about the things that you can do in advance to maybe cause deterrence, before you actually have to start breaking out projectiles and stuff. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
All right, so let's do it. Go ahead.
Before, my biggest one that I've got is the mindset. I mean, that because the problem I see with it is a lot of homesteaders have this awesome homestead set up and everything. They've got all this stuff going, and then they're just like, it's all going to be, unicorns and stuff like this in the deal. And it's like, dude, you're going to be a loot drop. It's like there's no security whatsoever. Like, we're never going to have to protect our place. So I think until you get into the mindset, none of the other stuff matters. I mean, it's just like, yeah, and just like anything, just like carrying a gun, if you're of the mindset of, oh, I'm just going to run to Walmart or run to Kroger, I don't need to carry my gun with me. Nothing's going to happen at 11 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like you got to have that mindset that, you might come into a fight. I've got a firearm on me all the time or within 3 feet to where I can grab it. So the mindset's one of the biggest things that I see. Did you have that one on your list?
No, I didn't.
All right.
But I agree. I mean, it's, the things that we're going to talk about tonight, you're more than likely, you're not going to have a problem out of honest people, right? Or people that don't have ill intentions from you. That's not going to be your problem. So like one of the things I have on my list is a perimeter fence.
Yeah.
But a perimeter fence only keeps out honest people. Locks on your doors only keep out honest people.
Yeah.
It's they can still break in and do things or get on your land or steal your sheep or whatever. But you still need a perimeter fence. It doesn't negate the fact that you need, especially if you have livestock, you need something to keep them on your land. So, it's a good idea to have those fences and all of that kind of stuff. But my grandma always said it just stops an honest person is basically what it is.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. A gate on your driveway. I agree. The way that our place is set up, it's kind of the opposite of Jason's. Like our house is really close to the road. And so when you come up to our place, our house is right there first. And then the fence is behind our house or beside our house and goes around everywhere else. Jason's place, you have to like drive down a long driveway, and he's got it all set up where he can block off his driveway and keep people from coming back to his property. So yeah, I totally agree with the whole perimeter fence thing.
And we've got ranges, and we know how far stuff is too. I know exactly how far it is from the curb in the driveway to the front gate. So, but I will tell you, when we're talking about perimeter fence, concertina wire makes good neighbors. The razor wire.
Yeah.
And the story behind the razor wire, I've got over a pallet of razor wire sitting down by the shop, and I traded one of my buddies out some stuff for that, and I came home with a whole truckload of razor wire, and Whitney's like, where have you been? I was like, I've been at Razor Wire Chuck's. And she was like, "What are we going to do with this?" I was like, "I'm going to put it on a pallet and stack it over there." And she looked at me with that wife look. She was like, "If I come home and that stuff's strung out in the front yard, we're going to have problems." And I looked at her and I said, "You're damn right. If that stuff's in the front yard, we got problems." And she was talking about how she was going to be mad. I was talking about like the balloon had went up. We've got problems then. And then she finally caught it after that.
Homestead Twins says, I'm running 8 lines of high tensile electric. You can get in, but you're going to feel it.
Yeah.
I get that.
Oh, yeah. Throw like 10 joule chargers on the thing. Man, that got the snot out of you.
There's a guy that I used to work with that he bought a piece of land that is it's like long and narrow. I want to say it was like 19 acres or something, but it was just like a long strip of land. And he put his house like halfway back on this strip of land. So you couldn't really see his house. You could only see his house from the road when it was wintertime. But when it was spring, summer, and fall, you couldn't even see his house from the road. But when he was putting his house in, he was building like he had like a little tractor like yours, and the people are building his house, and he's out there building berms and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was putting in he was even putting in prickly pears and, like foliage that, with thorns and stuff like that to deter people. And he had like hidden barriers and stuff like that. He was getting totally, prepared for all of that kind of stuff. He's actually the guy that kind of got me started on the homesteading track. He started sending me YouTube videos and stuff. And he's a prepper and all of that kind of thing. But I remember going out there and he's like, check out this thing that I've built back here, and it's like barriers where he can shoot from behind and stuff like that. And I was like, what the crap are you doing? What is happening? And he's like, oh, this is for this and this and this. And
out digging foxholes and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Miss Sharon hit it. I've got that on the list. Her son's getting an alarm for the driveway.
Yeah, my friend has one of those too.
Yeah,
it dings when somebody turns off the road onto his driveway.
Yeah, I think it's Dakota Radios or Dakota Alert makes a whole system driveway alarm, and it runs on the MERS radio frequencies, so you can set it out, and you got a sensor in your house, like the old pagers or the old pager systems you used to have in houses and stuff. It's almost works like that. So I've thought about it.
Forrest said, I'm shocked you would put 8 electric lines. That's just a stunning amount. Oh my gosh. Okay, so fencing, gates, and lighting, having motion lights, that's not a bad thing, to pop on if somebody's out there running around. Alarms and sensors, especially on your doors and windows. Visible deterrence like security signage or cameras or things like that. Even fake cameras that have real lights on them, that's not a bad idea.
No.
Landscaping defenses such as thorny shrubs under windows, and avoid hiding spots near doors. Make sure that you have a clear line of sight from the street to the entry and that kind of thing. Because I mean, especially around here, people like decorate their whole front thing and make it where people could hide, up close to your door. Don't do that.
I like it. I like a driveway, like the way my driveway's set up. You got to come in straight, and then you got to make a 90 before you see the house. I mean, a lot of people just have a straight up driveway where people can just barrel down, and man, they're on your front door before you know what happened.
One of my favorite deterrents is a dog.
Yes.
I mean, we've got our Great Pyrenees. He's huge. And, when he barks, everybody hears it. And he's you know, like we crack jokes all the time. He's like a big lap dog, lays on the couch, all that kind of stuff. But somebody comes up around here that he doesn't know, and he is not a big lap dog. He's not your buddy. He's, you know, he's barking at you, and he's big and scary and all that kind of thing. And I don't know, Cooper he's kind of a medium-sized dog, and anybody that comes in the house that he doesn't know, he will bark and raise Cain about it. I don't know that he would attack anybody. He might. I mean, if somebody was trying to hurt me or something, he might. But and then we recently got 2 little dogs, and you all have heard them bark on our show last week or whatever. They don't ever shut up. So if somebody was trying to get in the house, they would be letting me know, I'm sure.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Dogs are great deterrents, even if they're, I mean, they don't have to be like pit bulls or Rottweilers or something, and not knocking those dogs. I'm not. But they don't have to be like vicious dogs. They just have to be noisy dogs, because the person that's on the other side of the door, they don't know if that dog is mean or not, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've got our 2 Anatolian Great Pyrenees that are outside with the animals all the time. And man, they're the nicest dogs in the world if they know you. I mean,
Yeah,
Kelly, you went in and petted them and everything else. They'll just roll on their back and be like, hey, scratch me. But somebody that they don't know or something like that, man, I would not, if I didn't know those dogs, I wouldn't come up and mess with them whatsoever. And I mean, they're just, well, hell, Joe scared me. She got out one night. I couldn't find her the next morning. It was like super early, foggy. And I know this dog. She's sweet as can be. I was outside hollering for her. She came out of the fog and out of the woods. And I'm like, a freaking bear. I was like, a bear just got here. I was like scared to death. And then I saw it was her. I was like, you gave me a damn heart attack, dog. But yeah, I mean, just scared the crap out of me. And I'm like, all right, it's Joe. That's cool. So
yeah.
But
What
yeah,
do you think? What are your thoughts on safe rooms?
I think it's a good way to die, just like a bunker. It can be
Really?
your tomb. Yeah, I'm not a bunker dude unless you've got. The only way I'm a bunker guy is if you've got like millions and millions of dollars to build a bunker. You know, these guys that go out and bury a shipping container and do this, and they're like, "That's my bunker for the end of the world." It's like, cool, dude. You bought a 40-foot coffin is what you did. I mean, safe rooms. I don't know. You see the movie, whatever, that safe room movie where you can go in there and lock yourself in and look at all through your house at all these rooms and everything and all this and call the police and everything. Man, if I was going to break in someone's house and they were in their safe room, I would take everything I wanted out of the house, rob them blind, and then I'd set the house on fire and burn them up.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, unless your safe room is fireproof and has got sprinklers and all that stuff in it, it's not going to do any good. I think you're just locking yourself in your own tomb, in my opinion. But I mean, it would take a lot of money to build a safe room the right way.
Right. I don't know that. I mean, I don't have the square footage in my house to build a safe room, but I don't know. I don't think that I just don't see it being realistic, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
But if you are somebody who does that, if you do have a safe room or whatever, just make sure that you have, food in there, you have some medical supplies, some water, all, because who knows how long you're going to be stuck in there, right?
yeah. I mean, you should have that in your storm shelter. I mean, if you got an outside storm shelter, you should have all that kind of stuff in the storm shelter.
Right.
I mean, I'm not a super fan of storm shelters either. They just kind of give me the willies.
Hey, Bill just showed up. Hey, Bill.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't, unless I had some professionally designed safe room and all the stuff out. I would much rather, if there's a gang of people going to come in my house, I'm not going to lock myself in a room. I'm going to get my family and get those people out and live to fight another day.
Yeah.
Or it's not going to be legally correct, but I would get my family away from it. I'd get them down in the shop where they're safe. And then I'm going to come back and wait for those little jerks to come outside, and I won't pop them off then. But, you know, then you're shooting people in the back and stuff like that. But then that's where you go to the 3 S's. And the 3 S's are shovel or shoot, shovel, and shut up. And I've got a tractor and a bobcat and know how to run them.
Thank you, Bill. I am feeling better. I appreciate it. One of the things that Jason and I harp on all the time on this channel, all of you all that, you know, follow us, you know, community, community, community. You need to know who your neighbors are. You need to know, you know, who you can count on, have their phone numbers, go out and meet them, figure out who is an asset and who's not an asset. Okay.
And just who's an asset.
Right. But, you know, community, if things get bad, you can have community rotations, like watching, standing guard, that kind of thing. And you know, we've got, like, right here on our property, 2 of our daughters live on our property in 2 different locations. And then the people across the street, we're friends with them. And then the people that's next door to us, we're friends with them. And
the witness protection guy.
Yeah. He's not in witness protection, but yeah, that guy. But they're all super nice people. And, you know, go out and meet your neighbors, know who your neighbors are, know who you can count on and who you can't count on, and who you want to let count on you. But that's so important because, you know, even going and checking on people and making sure they're okay and all that kind of thing, you need to have that community. You can't do everything on your own.
Rosie.
Hey, there's Rosie.
I honestly think if you're into preparedness and you don't know everybody on your street, you failed the first step.
Absolutely.
Like I know everyone on my street and have talked to all of them. So, and I mean, I figured out, even just having one conversation, one of the guys, I figured out where he stood on this, on life in general. This was during the vid, and I came down and asked him something. I stuck my hand out to shake his hand. He's like, no, that, you know, that 6 foot. I was like, got you, bro. I'm out. Got in the truck and left. I was like, I know where you stand in life.
Yep.
So, but I mean, like my neighbor, the old man that lives at the end of the street, he has called me several times and been like, hey, there's like a red car pull up your driveway. And I'm like, I'm not expecting anything. And I'm like, can you go run them off? And he's like, yeah. He said, I'll watch out. And the old man's got a gun too. He'd take somebody out. So
that's awesome though.
Yeah. I mean, he's called me a bunch. He called me one day. He's like, your cow's in my front yard. I was like, I'll be there in a minute to get her. And he's like, she ain't bothering nothing. I won't have to mow the yard this week. And I was like, I'll be there in a few minutes, Larry. And he's like, all right, no problem. Don't worry about it. So, but he's the type of guy, he'll call you and be like, there's a red car that went up your driveway. Or he called me one day. I think Mike Shepard was bringing something over or something. And he's like, there's a gray Dodge that drove up your driveway. I was like, that's my buddy Mike. He's grabbing something from the shop. He's like, all right, I just wanted to keep track for you. I'm like, I appreciate it.
Does he tell you when Randy comes over there?
No. Sometimes
every once in a while, Randy will show up and nobody's there.
Yeah, if it's the same car or something kind of sketchy, you know, if somebody drives up like they know they're supposed to be there, you know, if you've been here before, you're not like creeping along and like easing up the driveway. You're just coming on up the driveway.
Right.
So,
because if you don't know that you're back there. Because, I mean, I've told a bazillion people, I'm like, the first time I came to Jason's house, I thought it was deliverance, had my hand on my gun, didn't know what was happening. I'm like, it just scared the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah. It's tucked back here. And really, I mean, you can only see the house in the wintertime most of the time.
Right. But
and
any other time, you don't see the house until you come around that corner. You don't know where you're driving back to.
Yeah. I kind of wished I wouldn't have cleared some of those trees out for the pasture, but now I'm like, man, I've got a lot better view seeing people coming up the driveway because I can see the lights as soon as they get right to the gate.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I got to get my gate fixed. Lightning strikes that thing all the time.
So one of the things, well, okay, I got like 3 more points. How much time do we have? We got about 10 minutes left.
Now we could stretch it to like an hour and 45 minutes like they did last night.
No, we're not going to do that. I'm old and tired and I need to go to bed. Training and drills. You need to, even knowing, especially if you have children, know evacuation routes. If you have to get out of your house, have a meeting point set up. If you have to get out of your house, that, someplace that you're going to meet up, and make sure your kids know those too.
Yeah.
And when you tell them that stuff, then practice it. When they, just like a fire drill, practice doing that and make sure that they get where they're supposed to be going, because the more you practice that, the better off, the more prepared they're going to be for when an emergency actually does happen or a situation actually does happen. It's also good to do, like first aid and CPR training and stuff like that, and get refresher courses and that kind of thing. Make sure that so this one thing that stuck out on my list, it was talking about access control, smart locks and keypads and all that stuff. I'm just going to tell you my opinion on that. I don't want that stuff in my house.
Yeah.
Anywhere in my house. One of the ladies that I work for, they built their house a few years ago, and she has a completely smart house, like to the point where she has one of those refrigerators that tells her when to go buy food and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. She talks to her house. It talks back. It does all the things, turns the lights on, sets the thermostat, all of that kind of stuff. And all I think about when I hear them talk about this stuff is what happens when your house takes over. Yeah. or what happens when, like the power is out, and then can you even get into your house or get out of your house, or, whatever. For me personally, I want a lock that I stick a key in. I want, a refrigerator that I just open the door and pull my crap out. I don't know. That stuff freaks me out. Am I the only one out there that's like, I don't like this stuff?
I'll be right back.
Okay. I agree, Miss Sharon. I'm just like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I just feel like the old school stuff. I mean, just for example, I have a meat grinder that we used to make sausage with, and it's a pretty good sized meat grinder. And I love that thing, and I'm glad that I have it. But I also have a meat grinder that you can attach to the table, and it has a crank, and It will grind your meat, that you can do that as well if you don't have electricity. So, I love the modern conveniences, but I'm not going to take it to the point where my whole house is ran by, some kind of digital thing or whatever. I don't know. It just freaks me out. I guess I've seen too many weird movies.
Oh yeah. I don't like, look, Ground Fog was in here while we're actually live.
Hey, Ground Fog.
And then Mike is here too. Shepherd.
Hey, Mike. Happy birthday, Mike.
We spoke him into existence because I mentioned
he had a birthday a couple days ago.
Yeah. But yeah. All right. Like all the smart stuff, anything that can be hooked to the internet and controlled by your phone, somebody can hack into that stuff. I'm a no-go on that. Like my thermostat, if I could go back to the old school mercury dial thermostats.
Right. Exactly.
I would go back to one of those. Like my thermostat is not smart, anything like that. It's a digital thermostat, but it's not hooked up to Wi-Fi or any of that. I don't have a problem with the keypads for the door locks, as long as they're not hooked to the internet, as long as you can't do it with your phone, just a plain punch pad that runs on a battery. that's what I've got on my shop. So,
well, like
because
my friend, I've got a friend at work that has a really nice car, and she does everything for her car through her phone.
yeah,
Like everything. It blows my mind. She's like, "Oh, it's on the app. I just push this button and it does this and it does that." And there's no keys, there's none of that stuff. And it's a nice ride. I like riding in it, all that kind of stuff. But I'm sitting there thinking, can somebody hack into that? Can can something happen where, like you're just driving down the road and then something, I mean, I think about all the problems that I would say in a year's time, and I have a good computer at work, a decent computer. In a year's time, that thing probably goes off the rails, maybe, I don't know, 5 times in a year, Couldn't that happen with a car?
oh yeah,
I mean, I don't know. It just, that kind of stuff just freaks me out. I mean, I went out and got in my truck. So we have I think our truck's like a 2015 or 2016 or something like that. I went out and got in my truck this morning to go to work, and this new light comes on and it says serve, which means service, I guess, serve 4-wheel drive. And I screenshotted it and sent it to Randy, and I was like, what is this all about? And here lately, I don't know, over the last 6 months or something, just various like weird things have been going wrong with it. It's because it's so old. It has so many 1,000 miles on it, but it's paid for, and I'm not getting a new truck until the wheels fall off of it.
yeah.
But and Randy's car like has seat warmers and all the things, and it's like a newer car and everything. And I like that. I like the conveniences, but my truck, and it's not even one that's old enough that if an EMP happened that it would, still run, but it doesn't have all of the things that, I don't know, kind of, I just, it weirds me out. Yeah. Am I the only one? I just.
Yeah, I don't want it where you can control it. Now, Miss Sharon, I disagree with this. The backup camera freaks her out. I would take, as much as I hook a trailer up, I use the backup camera all the stinking time on my truck. I would almost rather not have air conditioning as a backup camera. I use it that much.
Yeah.
So
modern conveniences are nice, but
yeah, anything that hooks up to the internet and can connect to the internet can be hacked, period. I mean, the only reason I've got the push button pad on my shop is so, like, if Randy swings by and is dropping something off, he can get in the shop. When Mike helps me do stuff, Mike, can go punch the code in, that kind of thing, and get in the shop. So
Bill says if you have OnStar on your vehicle, any hacker can shut your car down and lock you in. Absolutely. Yeah. And even, I mean, that OnStar thing has helped law enforcement shut vehicles down. So that can happen.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. We ought to go back to like 1986 trucks and stuff like that, old square body Chevrolet. So a nice five-speed 4-wheel drive with a 454 in it. That'd be sweet.
But that's all I've got. I mean, make sure that your family knows what the deal is. Don't keep this a secret from them. Make sure that they know what your security and defense is, and practice it.
And remember, concertina wire for the win. I mean,
Sharon's got a 2004. She said she's going to keep it till it rusts into the ground. I don't blame you, Miss Sharon.
I would give anything to have. I had a 2004 GMC 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive crew cab. God, I would give anything to have that truck back. I would love to have that back. But hey, we need to do a shirt that says concertina wire for the win.
Everybody will know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they would.
All right.
Wire for the win. Hey,
you got anything else? Because I'm ready to go to the bed.
We need to ask everybody if we should do the podcast on Tuesday night of next week, because we're going to be doing Christmas stuff.
Hey, what do y'all think about that?
Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see us Tuesday night. And if you don't care, don't put anything. Nobody's going to respond.
Otherwise, we won't have a show because Wednesday, both of us have family stuff going on. Hey, Bill said, yeah, he'll be here.
All right.
We'll be hanging with Bill and Forrest.
All right.
All right. We'll see you next Tuesday instead of Wednesday. We'll be here Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
Mike says he needs to talk to us about the Festivus. All right. We will talk about the Festivus. Mike, just give us a call.
Yes. We need to we're going to set up a meeting after the first of the year to jumpstart our festival meetings.
Yeah. That's been kind of the elephant in the room that we hadn't talked about. So
yeah.
We got a plan for 3,000 people coming this time. That'd be pretty cool.
I thought it was 10. I thought it was 10,000.
Well, I don't care. 10,000 works for me. I don't know if we can fit 10,000 people in there. I know we could fit 3,000. But, man, it would be packed even with 3,000. I think that place seats 2,700.
Okay.
So, all right. We'll do that. All right, guys. We'll be here next Tuesday night. We'll do a Christmas show. Shelly's going to dress up like an elf, and I'll dress up like Santa Claus. And we have crickets. Now, I'm not dressing up. We're not dressing up. But we'll do a Christmas show. But we won't have Christmas music because I despise Christmas music. So there's that.
What's wrong with you? You despise Christmas music.
I hate Christmas music with a passion. Whitney told me the other day, Whitney and Lincoln love Christmas music.
I love Christmas music.
Lincoln's like Christmas music all the time. And then we'll get in the car and he's like, oh, bummer, Dad's in the car. We can't listen to Christmas music. And I'm like, we can drive separate if you want to listen to Christmas music that bad. But I do. I absolutely despise Christmas music.
You're awful. All right. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your week. Go listen to some Christmas music.
Yes.
Send it to Jason on Messenger. All the Christmas songs. Just send him all kinds of Christmas videos.
Don't send it to me. I will ban you from the channel. I'll be on here Friday morning, 8 o'clock. So, guys, y'all have a good rest of the week. And if you're not back before Christmas, I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
All right. We're out for the night.
Bye.
See y'all later.